glad to have you here today. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and like the video as well. In today's video, I'll be sharing my bullet journal setup for the upcoming month, that is November. So if you're interested, keep on watching, and without any further wastage of time, let's dive into the video.
The upcoming month of November is a month of festivities. So I thought that the theme of this month should be so. More likely, I have tried to add elements related to Diwali and festivals and also our Indian tradition in the theme of this month. For the first page, I have created a lot of Diwali related elements around the title. Using a black brush pen, I am writing the title and of course welcoming the month of November by saying Namaste November, keeping our traditions alive. Now, of course, adding some golden element to the title because during these festivals you can see that the vibe of golden is everywhere. So here I am adding the hint of golden to the title and now beginning to color the elements that I have drawn. I have drawn some lanterns, crackers. I am in no way promoting firecrackers over here. I just wanted to add some elements of Diwali on this page, so I have drawn them henceforth. Now using the fine liner pens, I am adding some designs. After adding a hint of golden, the page is all complete. Moving on to the next page. On this page, I have written a goal. I'll be coloring this page using brush pens and watercolors. I will be filling up this page using various combinations of fonts and styles. And of course different colors. After giving the final touches, the page is all complete, and by these two pages we will be welcoming our month of November. Moving on to the next page, which is going to be the monthly overview page. I am going to be using varieties of colors for this page. On the top I have drawn fairy lights and I'll be using these Camlin brush pens to draw out the fairy lights. You can always choose your own combination of colors as you like. Now using yellow color, I am drawing out the glow around the bulbs. Using a normal black gel pen for the title and using for calligraphy for the title. Writing the initials of the weeks in a bold font to make them pop out, and then I'll be using some hints of gold to give it a more traditional look. I will also be using this gold shade to give a drop down shadow to our month calendar box. As you can see that the page is already looking very pretty. And now also I decided to add a scroll to give more like a vintage themed look. Adding some final touches, and this is how our page is looking so far. Now I am adding the outlines of the elements using a normal gel black pen. And this is how our page looks. This hint of golden is giving the life to the page. And moving on to the next page, which is going to be the monthly goals page. This page is really important, but because we'll be writing a lot on this page, so I decided to keep it rather simpler than the other pages. I am going to be using red color and the golden shade because red is also a very traditional color in our Indian culture. So I am using a brush pen in red shade from Camlin to write the title, as you can see. Now using golden watercolor, I'll be giving outline to this title, and for the outline I decided to go with a more traditional kind of shape. And now I'll be drawing out arrows spreading across the page indicating where we should write our monthly goals. Moving on to the next page, which is going to be the gratitude everyday page. So for that I decided to draw some garlands on the top of the page and then write down the title in the middle. What you will be doing is we will be scribbling around the gratitude everyday around the page. After adding some hints of goals and outlines, our page is absolutely complete. And upon completion, this is how our page will look like. As you can see that the golden is again giving life to both of these pages. These are simple yet beautiful. Moving on to the next page, these both of the pages are brain dump page and the habit tracker page. Going with the basic title using a black Camlin brush pen, I am writing down the title, which is brain dump. I have made some diyas and firecracker shape on the left side of the page and kept the right side rather empty to write on whatever I want. Moving on to the habit trackers page, I have wrote down alphabets hanging from a string and gave them a golden color. And then I'll be writing down my habits which I want to track in these rangoli kind of shape that I'm creating. As you can see, I chose the color red because it goes with golden really well. After drawing these rangoli kind of shape using a fine liner red pen and a Camlin brush pen in red shade, I'll be drawing out 30 boxes representing the 30 days of the month. And whenever I complete a particular task, I'll be coloring them in. And after adding the finishing touches, this is how both of the pages have turned out. Moving on to the next page, now we are heading towards the ender part of our page. This is the starting of weekly overview page. For that I decided to make the font in a gradient colors. So I have chosen red and yellow color as the gradient colors that I want for this type of heading. Repeating the same process, I have colored all of the alphabets of this word weekly. Now I'm starting to work on the kalash that I have drawn on the bottom of the page. Actually, kalash represents lot of new beginnings and auspiciousness also. So that's why I have decided to draw this kalash, and also it is a very important part in our Diwali ritual kind of thing. So it made total sense for me to draw a kalash. Now I'm just coloring it in and giving it the last final touches using my Camlin brush pens, watercolors, fine liners and pens. Now I am using the golden paint with yellow to give it a more shiny effect. And our weekly overview page is all complete. Moving ahead, I have decided to dedicate a whole page to the week 1 because I did not want to start my weekly overview from this page. So I have drawn some golden fairy lights on the top, more like garlands, and then used the same color to write down week 1. And this is how both of the pages look like. I think both of them look super pretty. Moving on to the pages dedicated for the week 1. I am not going to do a lot on both of these pages because already a lot will be written over here. So what I have done is I have only drawn some of the diyas, as you can see. And then what I'll be doing is I'll be writing the names of the weeks and dates and then just color the boxes like so. I mean, not color the boxes, I'll be just outlining them. I'll be outlining the boxes using a Camlin brush pen in red color, as you can see, and then add some golden elements using a golden watercolor. This is going to be our monthly goals section, weekly goals section, and I have drawn some sections for the goals to be written down, and after completion, this is how our page will look like. In a similar fashion, I have also created the week 2 page, but I have switched up the diyas on the top right with some garlands, as you can see. Moving on to the week 5 page directly, because this is slightly different than other weeks. As you can see, I have used red and golden to write down a really nice beautiful quote, and now we will be moving ahead to the monthly overview page. On this page, we are going to be asking ourselves questions that we avoid answering, but these are really important to know. Like analyzing the situation where you are now and what you want to do with your life and how you want to improve yourself. All of that comes with asking questions to yourself. So this page is going to be dedicated to the same. I am writing a simple title and then I'll be giving it a golden hint for it to go with the theme. Now these 2 pages are complete as well. Now we will go through the entire setup. Here it is.
That's it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel as well. Hoping to see you soon. Bye bye.